of the National Football League.
Tonight's the night for football, everybody. The bright lights are on, the stage is set, and the crowd is ready. It's Monday Night Primetime on EA Sports. Tonight, we'll see the majority of two rosters hit the field in a preseason matchup. It's the Cincinnati Bengals and the Washington Commanders. Ready to get this game started. Here's Evan McPherson. And here we go on Monday Night Primetime. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. So the Commanders' offense headed out for their opening drive. It's last season's Offensive Rookie of the Year at the helm, Brock. What a rookie season he had. Led his team to the conference title game for the first time since 1991. It's Jaden Daniels.
Kate, when you partner a relentless work ethic with elite athleticism, you get Jaden Daniels. He put on an absolute show. One of the best rookie years in the history of the game for a quarterback. And with a work ethic and speed and arm, I don't know why he would ever slow down.
He'll start the drive with Eckler. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
The 34-yard line.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Daniels going to keep it. He's out near midfield and still going. And Daniels with a smart business decision, sliding down after getting that first.
It's a gain of 14 yards. And the Commanders first down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
When they drop these plays for the quarterback, these are the type of results they're expecting, Kate. Something that could tear a hole in the defense, move the chains, and just as importantly, and maybe most importantly, put a seed of doubt and thought in their defensive minds. The QB can run at any time.
He has this one past the 50 and will start downhill into Bengals territory.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. Where one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
On 2nd down, Robinson. Good defensive effort here. Drives them back across midfield onto their own side.
I know they say it any time he comes up in an interview, but they appreciate having him on this defense so much, Kate, because of plays like that one. Those are great instincts. It takes instincts and want to come up and run support, and not many corners can make that stop.
Daniels throwing on 3rd. Getting out to his left. And he'll be brought down after getting to the 47-yard line.
Now that's a situation may have worked out better if he'd thrown the ball. His running ability gets him a chunk of yards, but still some work to do to get that first down.
Don't want to punt from here, but too far for a field goal as well. They're going for it here. Daniels to throw on 4th. Oh, he's going to run for it. Escapes a defender. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. What a call. They wind up with 12 on 4th down and pull off the conversion.
First down.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Moving on into the red zone. And he runs it down inside the 15 before going out. That chunk with a nice 21 yards. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
red zone now. That's complete. Here's Austin Eckler. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9.
As an offense, you don't call a screen, kid, expecting to gain just a few yards. You call it expecting to break out something big and substantial. But it's up to that defense to stay ahead of it, to keep it contained to something much smaller. Case in point right there.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the gun, it's Daniels. It isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
It's now 3rd and 11.
Bend. Even good defenses, great defenses in this league, Kate, they're going to bend at times, but you never want to break. And when you get a sack in the red zone, well, that goes a long ways to helping your efforts.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Shotgun snap to Daniels. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he's brought down after a great gain. That's going to set up 1st and goal.
13 yards on the play. That's good for a Washington.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
This drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it. 1st and goal. Eckler is across the line for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders finish up an excellent opening series. It's an Austin Eckler touchdown. Well, this coaching staff has got to be a happy partner. A calm and calculated opening drive. Really impressed with the score, how they controlled the football, and they played at their own pace.
Yeah, it's one of those drives that just pays dividends. I know it's the opening drive, but you're just taking some of the starch out of that defense and putting some doubt in their mind. Like, man, they just methodically shoved it right down our throat.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Commanders will jump back to a 7-0 lead.
Commanders 7, Bengals nothing.
Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff.
For Washington.
Here's a return from the 7. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. So here are the Bengals now as they get set for their opening drive. And at the helm won his 2nd Comeback Player of the Year award last year with a career-best season. Now in year 6 here in the NFL, it's Joe Burrow.
When Joe Burrow's between the white lines, he's one of the game's best and most entertaining quarterbacks. He just has a cool factor that is the envy of so many. Nothing seems to bother them other than some injuries that unfortunately have ended seasons early. When he's on the field, the timing, the anticipation, the precision with which he plays, he has very few peers.
And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Burrow out of the shotgun. Completed over the middle. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. And that play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Burrow now on 1st down. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. And it sets up 2nd down.
I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or he just had a surprise break in concentration. It's so unusual at this level to see a drop pass unless there's a hit involved.
To the air again, it's Burrow. He throws a bullet to the set. He's got it inside the 25. Touchdown, Cincinnati! The Bengals finish off their opening drive. T. Higgins, the touchdown. So it's a home run that finishes their opening possession of this game, partner, and gets them on the scoreboard with 6.
And I think keeps all of us here in this building, in this booth, hoping they get the ball back soon, right? Not that we're rooting for anybody, but we root for the big play, for the home run, and they just hit one.
Evan McPherson on to try the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bengals respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Here's Austin Eckler on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. Here comes the Washington offense out to the field, ready for their second drive. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Daniels setting up the play action. Into the hands of Terry McLaurin. And he crosses the sideline a yard or 2 beyond, it looks like the 30.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 31. He gets it right back to McLaurin. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Pick up a 5 on that play. And the Commanders will have a first.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Nothing was going to help him escape that. He gets hit for a loss. 2nd down coming up.
You know, for pitchers, you hear them say, gosh, you got to pitch this guy backwards. For defenses, you got to do the same at times, Kate. You just can't always run it on first. You got to mix in some high percentage pass plays. Otherwise, you're going to get hit right in the face for a loss just like that.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Out of the gun, Daniels. That's him on the quick hitter. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight ends short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Now Daniels to throw. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
You know, Kate, you'll get a little bit of grace for a drop in the first frame, but that's one, as this game goes on, he's got to have. It's hard on 3rd down to execute. And with the ball in your hands, you got to find a way to catch it.
Commanders punting on 4th down, and they're going to bring out the ever-reliable lefty vets, Tressway. Coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stops. The Bengals all set to go for their 2nd drive. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air, so expect some tighter coverage this time around. right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Burrow from the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Yeah, this game, you just can't make it harder than it needs to be. Just get the catch first. Guarantee your yards, and then worry about escaping defenders after the catch.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, Burrow. That one's cut on the left sideline. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things: separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust, and then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
On 1st down, here's Burrow. Finds him over the middle. And the hit arrived shortly after that football did, but he hangs on for a gain down to the enemy 44. They gain 14 on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Bengals.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Again, it's Burrow. Short pass brought in. And he's tackled for a 4th gain.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. There's an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. There's a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. To throw again, it's Burrow. Hits him on the out route. And he's tackled for no gain.
As a quarterback, when you have an out route versus man coverage, you're just hoping and just praying your offensive guy could turn the hips of that defender. And once you see that, you got to cut it loose and let it go, just as they did right there.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Sticking in the air, it's Burrow. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talked about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
And that gets out of bounds down inside the 20. It looks to be at about the 17-yard line.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Thought he had a chance to block it, but he ends up wiping out the kicker instead. And that's going to award their offense a 1st down.
Automatic 1st down.
You gotta be smarter than that. No reason to hit the kicker there, and that gives him a 1st down. They'll run here, following the penalty. And he's not gonna manage to get back to the line even. Tackle for a loss, we've got 2nd and 11.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Here's Burrow. Dumps it off to his running back. That screen sniffed out quickly, shut down behind the line.
Kate, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
The Commanders going dime here to defend this 3rd down. On the gun on 3rd down, it's Burrow. Brought in downfield by Gesicki. Tackle made at the 10. 1st and goal coming up.
1st and goal, Cincinnati.
not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on 1st and goal.
One of the challenges when you run that jet sweep is you better secure that edge. I've not seen a great jet sweep in my life where you don't win the edge of the line of scrimmage. And that time, the defense got the job done.
Burrow to the air now. This one's caught. And he drives this forward to the 6.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Anticipating the pass, defense out there in dime. It's 3rd and goal. Now they'll throw out of the gun. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals break the tie here in the 1st. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. Sometimes these dudes can be a quarterback's best friend, finding the tight end in the end zone for 6.
And it really has been that way for decades when you think about it, Kate. From John Mackey to Tony Gonzalez to Travis Kelce. The position can be such a mismatch when you're throwing for the end zone.
McPherson at the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Bengals take the lead here, 14-7 in the 1st.
Commanders 7.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff.
The kickoff for Cincinnati.
Eckler now to return it. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. The Commanders set to take over. And they'll try for better results this time around, Brock, after they had to punt it away last time out. Commanders to the line now, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10. Sending a receiver left. It's a sweep. He pumps the pass forward. Takes out a one-stop. And he's out of bounds. Just a step short of the 40. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
On the play. And the Washington 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Rolling on 1st down. Daniels. Completed over the middle. And he'll get it up to the 44.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Firing quickly out of line. Daniels. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the 1st.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Ball on the 45. 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff now to Eckler. Robbed by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday, but doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap to Daniels. He's going to tuck it and run. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
A gain of 10 yards. That's another Washington. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
That's going to do it for our first quarter here on Monday Night Primetime. It's a 14-7 game. We're back to Northwest Stadium right after this. Time now for the second quarter. Commanders in possession. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. That's complete to Zach Ertz. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. They get 13 on the pickup. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Putting a receiver in motion. 1st and 10, or under Robinson. And he's going to get forward for a gain of about 7 on that run. It's 2nd down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
From the gun, it's Daniels. He brings it in. And this is going to make it down to the 6. That's going to set him up with 1st and goal.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today, because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
Throwing with a blitz on the way. Down he goes. The Bengals got to him. And that sack going to cost them some yardage.
Well, this guy has been an animal on the ground today with some great results. A little surprising there, Kate, to see a sack so far behind the line of scrimmage. But that's a welcome sack defensively after seeing him do so much damage with his legs.
Gotta forget about first down in a hurry. They need a chunk of yards here on 2nd and goal. Trying again, following the sack. And they will score. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders can tie it up in the 2nd after cutting into the lead. Terry McLaurin with the touchdown. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate.
Yep.
You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. But what makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
Gay to add the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Commanders tie things up at 14. after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Here's Charlie Jones with the return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Out comes the offense for the Bengals. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
Cincinnati into formation. It's 1st and 10. Straight ahead, it's Brown. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3-and-out.
4 yards on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Here's Brown again. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
The tackle made at the 36-yard line. An 8-yard pickup. And a Bengal 1st down.
Ridiculous. Take him out.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short 3rd down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
1st down, and they go right back to it. Saw the lane, hit it quick, call that a gain of 7. Nicely done.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
2nd and 3.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. Burrow out of the shotgun. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's 3rd down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Burrow. It's his running back. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
1st down, Bengals.
Every time I see one of those angle routes, I think back to my day 1 install. Rookie minicamp in the NFL. Texas, angle route. 49ers of the 80s, they were making hay with it then, and the running back's still doing it to this day.
Play action now, Burrow. Has it downfield, it's Chase. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
Cincinnati.
Gosh, that is so demoralizing defensively. You do everything right, you draw it up right, you got double coverage, and yet you still can't take the ball away.
From the red zone now. Finds the in route complete. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Here again, it's Burrow. Has it in close. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
They're lining up on the doorstep. 2nd and goal from inside the 1. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. He's going to be taken down as this defense shows some backbone. Great stand to get him at the 2.
Hey, I love the jet sweep as much as anybody, Kate. It could be super effective, but here's the deal. Once you send that receiver in motion, well, you're doomed. Because if they bring an edge pressure or there's a blitz, there's really no stopping it. Because once that thing gets started, there's no audibling out of it.
Now from the 2-yard line, it's 3rd and goal. Out of the shotgun, Burrow. And the catch is made. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals take a second quarter lead. It's a Jamar Chase touchdown. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Bronk. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
McPherson at the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bengals break that tie and now lead by 7.
Commanders 14.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Eckler now to return it. Things going well so far. His effort's going to get him to that 32-yard line before he's taken down. The Commanders and QB Jaden Daniels headed out for their next look on offense. And they're a touchdown back, Bronk, as they take over down 21-14. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Daniels from the pistol. He tucks it and takes off. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
It's a gain of 11.
I can tell you what, that was the goal from the moment he took off. Kept his eyes locked on the chains and made sure he set them up with a new set of downs. Well done.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Now the shotgun give to Eckler. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, Daniels. Now he takes it. And Daniels with a smart business decision, sliding down after getting that first.
It's a gain of 14 yards. That's good for a Washington Commanders.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
From the gun, it's Robinson. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
17 more yards. That's another Washington Commanders first down. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
You know what I call that play, Kate? I call that a confidence injector. It just injects belief in that O-line, that running back, and most importantly, that play caller knowing he can call a run and he can get a first down too.
Going to the ground again on first. And this play doesn't work out like the last snap, right? So you can only get back to the line as the defense all over this one.
Well, that's just about textbook defense and how to shut down an RPO. The coverage was tight, the numbers were up, and then the bodies were there to stuff that run before it could get going.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Daniels now. Nowhere to go with it, so he just throws it away.
Well, that's when you chalk up to the pressure, earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Daniels back to throw. Gets him on the end route. And he needed a little more room to reach that line. The stop is made in time. That brings up fourth down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Going forward, it's Eckler. And he can't get the push they needed. They hold him at the line and send him packing after a turnover on downs.
And what a battle of wills we just got to see. Fighting in the trenches on a fourth down run. Trying to play conservative, keep it on the ground to power it across, but there was no overcoming a front just as equally motivated to get off the field.
The Bengals and Jamar Chase about to take over on offense once again. And eventually, Brock, one of their drives is going to fail to reach that end zone, but through 3 possessions so far, they have been perfect.
And in order for that to happen, somebody somewhere on this defense has got to rise to the occasion.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Now a shotgun handoff to Brown. And called out one a gain of, let's say, 2 yards at second down.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on second down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Burrow setting up the play action. Throw left side, complete. And he is brought to a stop after he found plenty of room there to run.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Ball at the 33 for first down. Burrow from the gun. On a quick slant here, it's Higgins. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. From the 43. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Another look for him, Brock, and hey, why not with the way he's playing so far? But this time, just couldn't hang on.
I think you'll see coordinators at times, Kate, get away from something that's working. I like that they go back to him. Make them defend him and stop him. They did that time. My hunch is they'll look for that receiver again today.
Burrow's going to sneak it. They were loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stopped him at the line. No gain.
Payne on the stop. A gain on the play. First down, Bengals.
Kate, is there a simpler play in football that's come to life more than the QB sneak? We see all different varieties now, but it has become so darn effective. And we got a tough QB that wants to put it on his shoulders. Sign up for it.
And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. I picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the 48. Jump off caught by his back. On the move past the 40. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And it sets up a Cincinnati first down.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get him enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
First down, Burrow to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's able to take this one down to the 25.
A 9-yard pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 25-yard line.
So through a flurry of points, we have hit the 2-minute warning. And it's the Bengals. In a nice spot, 2nd and inches. From the gun, a give to Brown. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22.
He was taken down.
He only finds a window for 2, but that's still enough for a first down.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
Burrow on first down. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that can count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
Working inside the red zone. The throw is caught. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Second chance at 6 here. It's 2nd and goal. Burrow to the air now. And this one hurts. Had a touchdown in his hands, but he couldn't hold on. 3rd down coming up.
Yeah, that's one that's going to haunt him. There's just no question about it. A drop touchdown in the end zone. Now comes the mental toughness part of it. You got to flush that play quickly so you can make an impact later.
Defense bringing in a 5th DB, 3rd and goal. Sticking in the air, it's Burrow. The back's got it. And he pushes it all the way to the goal line, but goes out at the 1.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL. Everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
Ooh, maybe some nerves there. He moved early on 4th down. Now we're going to see if this affects their choice to go for it. There was a blitz coming, and that got somebody to panic and jump early. It cost him 5 yards. And on 4th down, out comes the Bengals field goal team and Evan McPherson. High percentage look for him here from the left hash. McPherson's kick is good. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff.
For Cincinnati.
Eckler now to return it. Juke the defender. He's brought down just inside the 25. The Commanders head out now late in the first half. And down a couple of scores, Brock. They probably try to get this into field goal range to trim that lead before halftime. Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line. Daniels on first down. Completed over the middle. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. The Commanders take a timeout. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. First and 10 now. Here's Daniels. Short pass brought in. And it doesn't get much, up to maybe their own 40. Play brought to an end by Logan Wilson. Washington calls it second timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Second and 6 coming up here. Shotgun snap to Daniels. He's going to keep it this time. And he gives himself up after a short gain. Final timeout taken by the Commanders. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
That is quarterback play 101. Maybe not the first chapter of it, but man, is that important. Getting downfield, get what you can with your legs, then most importantly, protect yourself. Get down and don't take any extra contact.
Third and short, Daniels. Buying some time right. He's running for it. And they get to him a good ways downfield from that line of scrimmage.
A gain of 12 yards. That's good for a Washington.
So entering the locker rooms, got ourselves a 2-score game. It's time to hear from Scott Hansen. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Thanks so much, Scott. We are back and about set to begin our second half.
Matt Gay to kick
Here's
off
Gay now to handle the
Washington.
kickoff. On the return, here's Jones. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Bengals and Joe Burrow all set to take over. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. First and 10. Brown on the inside give.
Chase Brown, the ball carrier.
They say about great outfielders in baseball, there's just something to them. They've got a knack, a feel, and instinct to take the right line, the right angle. For safeties, to create tackles for loss in the run game, it's the exact same attribute and skill set. Got to take that right angle and then go finish that runner.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Burrow out of the shotgun. Finds the in route complete. And he's taken down, but some quality yardage on that play.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, Bengals.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Burrow. Right back to Chase. And he takes it up and across midfield to Commander's territory.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Handoff headed left to Brown. And he'll go out of bounds after a pickup inside the opposing 40. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
What a great sign to start the second half for this offense, because with a lead, well, the ground game becomes your best friend, the centerpiece for this offense, trying to chew up that clock.
New set of downs for him at the 38. On first down, here's Burrow. Hits him on the out route. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it'll be first down, Bengals.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
They're now set for first and 10. Brown on the carry. And they're going to be humbled here on first down. They're going to wind up losing yards on this play.
Even on the outer edges of this field, Kate, a cornerback making a stop behind the line, it's impressive. But in the middle third, that takes a special and fearless type of cornerback.
Offense to the line for second down. Out of the shotgun, Burrow. He's got it in the red zone. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
They have themselves another first and 10. A give left side to Brown. And he's not going to be happy picking himself back up after this. They're sent backwards on first down.
We take a break from his regularly scheduled programming of pass coverage duties to see him adding a little contribution in the run support. And his teammates, you can just see the body language. A little nod, a little grin. They'll welcome the reinforcements every time.
Running back sent in motion. Here's Burrow. And look at the footwork there. Touchdown. The Bengals grow the lead coming out of halftime. It's a Jamar Chase touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. If you're going to complete that one successfully, Brock, you need the perfect throw. Just the right touch. And you also need a guy who can go up and get it just like that.
Yeah, need to be able to muscle somebody up.
So we've got a stoppage now. Figured this might be coming. We're going to take another look to see if this was indeed a touchdown.
The previous play is under review.
Well, this right here is where having all those camera angles comes into play. We're going to get a much clearer picture thanks to all the shots we've got.
Yep, technology, everybody's friend right now. We get to watch it again and again, unlike these officials who got to see it once in real time. We just have to see, is there clear enough evidence to overturn the call that was made down there on the field?
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
Those points safe on the scoreboard. The touchdown upheld upon review. McPherson at the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Bengals take a 3-possession lead. As always, a hat tip to our buddy Scott Hansen for his hard work there during the break. As we're happy to welcome you all back for the start of our third quarter. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Returning it from the 4. He stopped on the run back of the 27. The Washington offense getting set for its next possession. They're running out of time to get this game into a more manageable spot, Brock. We've got a 3-score deficit, and we're in quarter number 3. All right, the Washington offense is set. Here comes first and 10. They put a receiver in motion right. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson, who swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Tackle Tackle made by Demetrius Knight.
The 28-yard line.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
From the 28. Steps up and he's running with it. And Daniels with a smart business decision, sliding down after getting that first.
Well, there was no sense in taking a risk down the field when a first down was just a run away. They'll get to reset now and figure out just how they want to attack a new set of downs.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. From the gun, it's Daniels. Oh, he's going for it again. And Daniels with a smart business decision, sliding down after getting that first.
A gain of 28 more yards. That's another Washington first down. First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Obviously, a defense wants to take away all the reads and prevent any kind of big throw for the first down. Fine. Well, this QB, he'll just lower his head and gash the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game.
On first down, here's Daniels. Connects on the crosser. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
That's another Washington Commanders first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
A nice start here on first down. He gets him 6 before the stop is made.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, Daniels. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And now they need to get 4 on third down. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind them, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know that it's a physical game, all 100 yards out and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't.
A gain of 5, Brock, and now they're going to have first and goal.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the first down.
Robinson. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up.
I'm going to guess at some point, whether it's in the huddle or over there on the bench on the sidelines after this drive, QB is going to go apologize to that running back. He just ran him into one heck of a negative play.
After the loss, it's 2nd and goal from the 5. Play action now, Daniels. And he will score. It's a Washington touchdown. The Commanders start the second half with some needed points. Terry McLaurin with the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Well, he definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Gay with the point after. And the Commanders cut the lead down to 10.
Makes the score Bengals 31, Commanders 21.
All right, thanks so much, Scott. We are back and about set to begin our second half. That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. Fielded at the 7. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Bengals and Joe Burrow all set to take over. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. Play action now. Burrow. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete.
That drop ruins the payoff to a well-designed play. They got a man open to beat the coverage. That's a call they can revisit in the future with hopefully a much better job finishing the catch.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Burrow from the gun. He goes back to him yet again. Complete. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And it sets up a Cincinnati first down.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
First and 10 now. Here's Burrow. Going deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. But I think someone on the Bengals got back on top of that one. And yes, they did. Bengals football.
Well, I think you know the only thing redeeming about that play, Kate.
They got the ball back.
Yeah, well done. Yeah, they got the ball back, but a whole lot longer down the distance.
Zach Taylor decisive. He's got the challenge flag out there.
The previous play is under review.
Yeah, pretty bang-bang play out there. It's tough to see exactly what happened on our first look in real time.
But you know what I like here, and I do appreciate, and these officials are so good at let the play just play itself out before calling it dead. Now all the replays and the camera angles will give us such a better idea of really what happened.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So the decision to throw that challenge flag works out well for Zach Taylor. So they keep the football, but now they face second and long. Throwing from the gun. He puts some air under it deep down the left. That's complete inside the 35. He makes it in for the Cincinnati touchdown.
Touchdown,
The
Cincinnati.
Bengals make it a 16-point ball game. It's a Jamar Chase touchdown. His third through the air this game.
That's some good old-fashioned playground football. Even at the elementary school, find the fastest kid and let him run.
McPherson at the point after. The point after splits the upright. And the Bengals take a 3-possession lead.
38. Commanders 21.
As always, a hat tip to our buddy Scott Hansen for his hard work there during the break, as we're happy to welcome you all back for the start of our third quarter. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff.
For Cincinnati.
Eckler now to return it. Jukes one defender. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Commanders and Terry McLaurin ready for another look on offense. Their last drive contained a heavy dose of the ground game, a little old school dominance on the way to a touchdown, Brock. Let's see if they stick with it or if they go aerial this time around. Commanders to the line now, Brock. Here comes first and 10. going to be 2nd and 5.
That's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground, you could throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
First down run, nabs him 5, now 2nd and 5. Motioning one of the tight ends. On 2nd down, Robinson. That is exactly why you rally to the football. He got through one tackle, but the next guy gets him for a loss.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead? Well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Daniels. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
A gain of 15 yards. That's good for a Washington Commanders.
I can promise you, that was the goal from the moment he took off. He kept his eyes locked on the chains. It's almost like he had a spidey sense. He knew exactly where to get in order to move the sticks and get that critical 1st down.
First and 10, around to Robinson. Well, he continues to find no traction on the ground here, Brock, as they bring him down for no gain.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Here's Daniels. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's going to set them up with a 1st down on a huge gain.
That's good for a Washington.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
Cut for big yards on the right side. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
Just how many times do we see teams go to this route? You can go to a Little League field, tell them to, hey, run to the post. It's a playbook staple. And he's someone you can depend on to create space and make catches out of it.
On 1st down, here's Eckler. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out.
That's another Washington Commanders 1st down.
We know how hard explosive plays can be in the NFL, and so often they come via the air. What a great help for the offense to find an explosive play on the ground. Well done.
Robinson has the Washington touchdown. The Commanders shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Gay to add the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Commanders cut the lead down to 10.
38. Commanders 28.
All right, thanks so much, Scott. We are back and about set to begin our 2nd half. That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. Return coming from the 6. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Bengals and Jamar Chase about to take over on offense once again. And he's been reading the coverage, dare I say, Brock, even better than his quarterback has all game. I mean, he just continues to find openings and make plays in this second half. Bengals getting set, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10. Straight ahead, it's Brown. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
Well, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw, Burrow. Setting up the screen. And defenders arriving in support to finish him off at the line.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Burrow. Has it downfield, it's Chase. It's a massive 35-yard pickup, 1st down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Burrow on 1st down. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards in the double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. To throw again, it's Burrow. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. So just 1 quarter to go on Monday Night Primetime. The Bengals with it. They've got the lead, but this game is close. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. On the ground, Brown. And hopefully a bit of a wake-up for their ground game. It's a solid pickup there on the play. 1st down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Here's Brown again. Finds a big lane. And he has it all the way down to the 8. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Cincinnati.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
1st and goal now as they try to pad this lead. From the red zone now. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals can put this out of reach as they make it a 16-point lead. It's a Jamar Chase touchdown. A 4th for him in this game, and 1 more ties the record. That is his 6th passing score of the game. A lot of quarterbacks could go several weeks without throwing that many touchdowns. And now, keep in mind, he's only 1 off the NFL record of 7 in a single game. McPherson at the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Bengals take a 3-possession lead.
Commanders 28.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff.
For Cincinnati.
Eckler now to return it. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Commanders all set to regain possession. And we've seen some matching touchdowns as of late, so the scoring coming at a good clip, Brock. Let's see if they can keep this up.
You know what's fun, Kate? After all of these years, I have friends that are offensive guys and friends that are defensive guys. And my friends watching this one offensively love it. The defensive guys, they're climbing up their walls.
All right, the Washington offense is set. Here comes 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Short pass brought in. They get 13 on the pickup. And the Commanders will have a first.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. They kick the running back in motion. Going on 1st down. Daniels. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught.
Textbook hitch route. Just hit him in the short field and deliver it once that defense turns their attention elsewhere. Okay, this is a low-ceiling play, but a reliable source of yardage.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Daniels now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Even from the booth, Kate, I can hear it. I can hear that front 7 telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise, you deliver? And that's exactly what they did, wasted no time in getting that sack.
And the Bengals bringing out a 5th DB. They're in the nickel, 3rd down. To throw, Daniels. Another catch for McLaurin. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. They gain 14 on the play. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
Commanders, 1st down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Daniels now on 1st down. Finds him over the middle. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. It's a gain of 12 there. And the Commanders will have a first.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He can take it to the house.
First and 10 now. Here's Daniels. He finds Eckler out of the backfield. And this one doesn't go far.
That's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Again, Daniels to the air. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught.
That's a throw at this level. With so much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. Got to be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
This 8-play drive might be on its last legs here, partners. They try to figure out this 3rd and 7. They motion a receiver left. Daniels throwing on 3rd. It's caught by McLaurin. And some excellent work on this play. It takes him a while to get to him downfield.
It's a gain of 21 yards. That's another Washington. 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
All right, set now. 1st and 10. Daniels is going to throw again. And they take this in for the score. The Commanders get it back to within 2 possessions. Jaden Daniels with the touchdown. His 3rd total score in this game.
Okay, you got to be aware defensively by this point that this guy is going to run if he sees daylight. I think there was an awareness factor. They just couldn't stop him. He has just been that kind of X factor with his legs.
Gay to add the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Commanders cut the lead down to 10.
Bengals 45. Commanders 35.
That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. On the return, here's Jones. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Bengals and Joe Burrow all set to take over. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. Cincinnati into formation. It's 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Brown. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. 16 yards on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Bengals.
See, to run like that, just everybody gets to breathe. Things become so much easier when you start a drive with momentum like that.
Big shot to begin the drive, has him up beyond the 40. Burrow now on 1st down. Gets it to him on the screen. And defenders arriving in support to finish him off at the line. We've got a stoppage here. There's a player out there in some pretty obvious discomfort being worked on. All hopes, of course, that it's nothing serious, especially here in the preseason. All right, here we go. 2nd down. Burrow out of the shotgun. Hits him on the out route. And he gets back to the line, but no more.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
And Washington into the dime here, defending pass, 3rd down coming. Burrow from the gun. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free, incomplete.
We see this all the time. The number one thing you see NFL defenses do to try to force that 4th down, gets down coverage. Put your cover guys on the field. Let the boys up front cut it loose with pressure, and let the cover guys go shut it down.
So on 4th down, Bengals calling on Ryan Rico for the punt. And we'll see what kind of first impression he makes tonight. And this one never had a shot. It's well over the goal line and the end zone entirely. That'll be a touchback.
20-yard line.
The Commanders and Terry McLaurin ready for another look on offense. And after watching their passing attack take them the length of the field last drive, Brock, I expect we're probably going to see a heavy dose of the aerial attack again here. First look, a little pistol formation as they come to the line. 1st and 10. Daniels from the pistol. Throw right side is caught by Samuel. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit. And you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Shotgun snap, they give to Robinson. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in the pocket for a later occasion.
1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, it's Daniels. He's got Brown on the slant. He's halts in after about a 6-yard pickup. Stop made at the 36.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd down at the 37-yard line.
2nd and 3 now. From the 37. Finding Brown back-to-back plays. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
This really isn't a route designed for a lot of yards, Kate. You're just trying to get a small handful and move on to the next down. Stay in rhythm. And anytime you can work some magic after the catch and stretch it out, those are welcome bonus yards.
On 1st down, here's Daniels. Finds him on the crossing route. They make the tackle at the 38. It's a gain of 11 there. That picks up the 1st.
Well, bless his heart. Where some quarterbacks look off double coverage and check it down, this guy just attacks it head on. And why wouldn't he if he's capable of beating it for that kind of result?
New set of downs for him at the 38. They send Samuel Wright. From the gun, it's Robinson. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
You know what? Baseball coaches are called managers, Kate, because they got to manage a lot of situations. And I've realized over time and talking to them, they love taking a situation, a game moment, and making it a team topic. That play, by that corner right there, I know this is a head football coach, not a head football manager, but he's going to take that play, he's going to illuminate it to his team and show the fearlessness in his corner making that tackle.
And he's able to get this down to the 36.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
Play number 8 of this drive, and it's 8 that they need here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Daniels. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Brought down at the 30-yard line. A gain of 6 on the play. It's now 4th down and 1.
He made something out of that play for them. Everyone's so concerned with defending the pass, they didn't quite keep tabs on what he was doing as a QB. They gave him just enough room to run.
A 47-yard attempt.
Tracking for it, and it's good! And it pulls him back within 1 score here in the 4th.
His make there, they had to have that one. And it really does set up a judgment call down on the field. And this is where special teams coach and head coach are talking about game management. You've got 3 timeouts left, so you really can write either script you want. Onside kick or send it deep.
And just like that, we're back to a 1-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. On the return, here's Jones. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Bengals and Jamar Chase about to take over on offense once again. And he finds himself across an important benchmark for yards this season after that last drive. He stayed pretty busy this season, and the numbers show just that. Bengals getting set, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10. They'll start this series with an option left. It's a gain of 5. That brings up second down.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
First down run gets him 6. So now it is 2nd and 4. Now a shotgun handoff to Brown. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first.
It's a gain of 6. And a Bengals first down.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a third down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next third down coming.
1st and 10 from the 41. They'll run again with Brown. He surges ahead for 5. Make it 2nd down.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. From the gun, a give to Brown. And he'll fire ahead for a few. It's 3rd down.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. That's the kind of reaction time you want when you face a draw play. They broke on it shortly after the draw started, and they contained it to a minimal gain.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Brown on the inside give. There's the stuff they needed. Dropped behind the line, and they can get the football back now.
It's after plays like these, Kate, I love to study the body language. What is that offense doing after getting stuffed inside on a run like that? And more importantly, how much does it energize that defense?
We've hit the 2-minute warning here in Landover. Bengals feeling lucky with a 7-point lead. The Bengals send out the punting unit. And he wants to hit his second effort just as well as he hit his first. And he got a little too much leg into that one. That's a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity, no doubt. This ball's coming out to the 20. The Commanders are ready to go on offense. And we'll get a look at Deebo Samuel. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Commanders to the line now, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10. He'll look to throw it. Has him on the quick hitter. And he hits him for a gain of 6. He's up to the 26. The Commanders take a timeout. They're first. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down.
26-yard line.
Motion man left is Brown. Setting up to pass. Short pass brought in. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
Time and again, receivers would tell their quarterbacks, just give me a chance. Just give me a chance. Just throw it up and give me the opportunity. Well, in this case, with even 2 defenders trying to cover that wide receiver, couldn't get it done.
3rd and just 2 to go. To throw. He's caught. He's got Brown. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. A 5-yard gain on the play. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
Throwing the out route complete. And he's going to be a yard shy of the first as they force him out after the gain of 9.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Running back sent in motion. Back to throw. Completed over the middle. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy in midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. Pick up a 5 on that play. And the Commanders will have a first.
Look up contested catch in the football dictionary, and you'll see that. I mean, I can't critique the defense there. They're in the hip pocket of that tight end. But these contested catches, these tight ends that can separate with their hands, utilize their body, even when you're covered, you're not.
And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
A 5-yard gain brings up 2nd down at the Bengals' 46-yard line.
Washington calls it 2nd timeout. And they're still going to have 1 left at their disposal. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Here he is to throw. Finds him over the middle. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. They're going to call their final timeout here. Just 9 seconds to go.
There's no question. The greatest concern there was just getting the first down. You want a high percentage throw, and you're not really concerned about big yards. Well, the drag route was perfect. He comes open in the short field. It's easy to zip that throw right in there and reset those chains.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. To throw again, it's Daniels. And they don't connect there, so only 6 seconds remaining. This goes for every player in every sport, Brock. Fatigue in the 4th quarter. So that can mean dropped interceptions just as much as it can mean a dropped catch, too.
And believe it or not, Kate, quarterbacks, they can get fatigued too.
Yeah.
Maybe not as much physically as their buddies running around and hitting, but mentally. You just get tired there as a passer. You start to assume, and that's a dangerous place to play.
Need this to force overtime. Deflected. Oh, but they couldn't bring it in off the tip drill, though. They had the chance they wanted, Brock, but no, that's how this one's going to end. So the Bengals take this one on the road. And they'll enter the final week of the preseason with a little momentum thanks to this victory. Ahead of that last tune-up before the games start to count. So that's it for us here. Brock Heward, our crew, I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Bengals emerge as winners. As with that, we sign off from D.C.